How would you evaluate your season?
I think we ain't done yet.
You personally,
I think we ain't done yet.
Marcus.
Wow. Michigan at the 41. What a hit! Ball's free on the ground. South Carolina deserves to have it, and they do. Oh, and a left hand. Sends Fonseca it down. Flat on his back. It's over. Irving and Curry. One-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. Center field. Did he get it? Did he get it? Walk-off slam. Call it, take it quickly. Origi.
This is sick. Put this to music. I don't think he stepped out either. That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Welcome, y'all. What's going on? We got a whole new episode, another one. What now? You know what we say? We're gonna speak on the hottest topics. We're gonna dissect them, correct them, and give them to you from our perspective. I kind of messed up every single time.
That's why I try to help you with that one time. I was like, I don't know if these words are gonna collide together or not.
That was my light skin face. Right?
I've been trying not to like read it, but I have it up just in case. But it don't be coming out right. But anyway, how y'all doing?
Gucci, as always.
Oh, we good. We good. What's up?
We all good.
Man, I'm not that well.
Well, tell us why. Tell the good people
I wanted
why.
y'all to say that first. But well, a couple weeks ago, I was talking about Liverpool, and I said we was gonna win 4 trophies. Unfortunately, 4 won't be the case this time. We missed out on 1. We still got a chance for 3. We got our last game next week, but we kind of missed out on this last one in like the last 10 minutes. And if y'all don't know me personally, our fans out there, I get a little emotional when my teams lose. So if you start to see that throughout the show, you know why. It's gonna be tough for me, but it's okay.
Boy, it's pouring down.
It's pouring down again.
Oh, it was. That's why I took my AirPods out real quick.
But anyway,
so what happened? What happened in the last 10 minutes?
All right, so let me break it down. So what Liverpool needed to do was win their game, and Manchester City either needed to lose or tie. So Liverpool, we were basically tied for most of the game. So we had to win, so we had to do our part, but we ended up winning. Man City were down 0-2, and again, we just needed them to tie. It got to about the 80th minute, and for those that don't know soccer's 90 minutes. So they got to about the 80th minute, scored 3 goals in 5 minutes.
That's pain,
bro. And I was watching both games, and I just was like, "Oh my goodness!" I'm at home by myself. I fell to my knees.
And as he fell to his knees.
I almost started crying. I get really emotional.
Stephen A.
It's gonna be all right, bro.
But like I said, we all good. We're gonna keep it pushing though. But outside of that, y'all say y'all been doing good, right? Y'all ready to get started?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. So, as y'all know, we got a multitude of sports topics we're going to come at y'all with. We're going to start off with our first one, the NFL. Offenses. Who do y'all think is the most dangerous, or who do you think will be the most dangerous offense next year in the NFL?
Jay?
Yeah, don't all jump in at once.
What?
Go ahead, Jay.
Jay, you go.
All right. I say either the Bills or the Chargers. And
I knew you were gonna say that. Oh my goodness.
You knew I was gonna say which one.
He said
Chargers.
one right.
All right. This is not because of another debate. This is just looking on paper.
Go ahead.
You know, they got a great up and coming quarterback. And they got 2 I ain't gonna say underrated, but 2 real solid receivers that like made Pro Bowls and all that, and Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. They got a pretty decent offensive line. And I think that's a pretty scary yard, especially in the AFC West. I think they can do some damage.
So to rebuttal that, I think I agree with the Bills. I think they could be dangerous, but I wouldn't say
The Bills was the obvious one.
yeah, but I wouldn't say most dangerous because they basically have the same offense as last year. I think their team will be more dangerous next year because their defense got better, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
I think their offenses will be the same, which is not bad. It's actually good. It's really good. But I think their team will be better because of the defense.
Justin Herbert, he's just getting better. So that's why I just say it's getting scary.
I mean, it's we'll see. We'll see how it turns out.
That's my Justin. Yeah, the Chargers. You had one right. I'm gonna say the Chargers with that one. Tyreek hates.
Okay, I actually got told to agree with me.
I agree with you before. I remember we talking about the Warriors, Stephen Curry. I agree with you before. I've agreed with you. See, but no, the Chargers. You have Justin Herbert. He's only get better. He's not gonna get any worse. Like he's only gonna get better. And you can see it. He's like every week by week he's getting better. Yeah, Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Mike Williams, Keenan Allen.
Forgot about Eckler.
That's a solid group right there. Even they may have the big star name, but just because of Justin Herbert, I really think they have the most dangerous offense in the NFL. Justin Herbert and Austin Eckler. I'll say those are the two best.
Just because of Justin Herbert?
I think so. I think you take Justin Herbert off that team and put him with any other quarterback. I don't know. Besides the obvious, like Patrick Mahomes, besides that level, you put Josh Allen on that team. I don't think it's the same team. I think Justin Herbert is better than Josh Allen. That's why. Yeah. So I don't agree with the Bills thing. I don't think the Bills beat the Chargers. I don't.
What you think, Nordy?
I mean, I would take Herbert over Josh Allen. I mean, it depends on what kind of offense you're running. I feel like Josh Allen, he's a meaner, grittier guy, and I mean Herbert, that's your passer right there. So it just kind of depends on who your offense is. But I like Josh Allen right now at Buffalo because I wouldn't see Herbert thriving up there. But I have Cincinnati. I'm right with Cincinnati until the Bills fall off. Until y'all stop Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase and the Caravan, I'm gonna keep saying them.
I ain't gonna lie. I think last year was a fluke, but that's another topic.
I think it was a fluke also.
Me too. I think that was a big time fluke.
And they just picked up 2 offensive linemen in free agency. I like it.
A lot of things went their way last year. A lot of things.
That's just Joe Burrow. I don't know if you've watched his career, but a lot of things have just gone his way perfectly.
It's not sustainable.
Yeah.
No. And then he got sacked. Correct me if I'm wrong. He was either
was
second
a lot.
most or the first most in NFL history.
I think it was the first.
Yeah, first most in NFL history.
It might have been the first. That's why I just said they upgraded on the offensive line. I don't know how much, but they upgraded.
I think they got maybe like 1 or 2 people, but that offense, no. I don't know about that one. I don't.
I still think the Rams will be nice because I think Allen Robinson makes them a little bit better than what they were last year, especially if they get OBJ back. So I still think the Rams have like a dominant offense. Like their run game could be better, but I think the passing game is so good that it balances it out. Yeah. That's my opinion.
That's a good pick.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they can get back to the Super Bowl though.
I mean, who else is in the NFC though? I mean, they got the Bucks. Obviously, Tom Brady's always gonna be a threat. The Packers, Aaron Rodgers hasn't shown us that he can do it. So we can't really trust him no more. And then who else is there in the NFC?
It just doesn't feel real to me that Dallas averaged the most points in the NFL this past season.
Because their defense be giving up the most points.
Like they're never having so many shootouts.
Yeah. So what do we all say? I said Rams. Tobias, what you say?
Chargers.
I'm gonna ride with Cincy until Burrow gets hurt. I'm gonna have to switch it up.
Listen, you did say I will give you. You said Luka, and we all doubted you.
And Luka's been snapping.
Yeah,
Even
but
when his team's losing, he's still doing great.
I just don't see the Cincy thing. No, I can't. Not again. And maybe it's a little bias coming in since my favorite team's in their division, but I don't know. I don't know about that one. It was a fluke last year to me.
I'll go
A
ahead and
big
say
fluke.
sorry.
I think them getting as far as they did last year was absolutely a fluke. But I think offensively, there's still Jamar Chase, it's still Joe Burrow. Like, I mean, no one has stopped them yet.
But I feel like they have no depth. Like one of their things that got them there was they had no players. I think they had one player all season that went on IR. If any of those, if they get some injuries, which is bound to happen because it's football, then they are out of luck. And then the rest of their division was all injured also. And like Jay said my fault, I'm not trying to take up too much time, but Jay also said last week that Burrow didn't play well in the playoffs. And if he does that again,
I did not say that.
What you said? correct me.
I said that their defense is really the reason why they stayed in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Because of the amount of times he got sacked, and I said their defense and other teams' mistakes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
I mean, that's
That man tried to say I ain't like Burrow.
He did.
I don't like Burrow.
He dealt with what he was given.
I thought you under the bus.
Well, I was like, hold on now.
Now go ahead. What would you gonna say, Tobias?
I don't like Burrow. I'll go ahead and say that right now. I don't think he's going to be back. I don't think he'll get back to the Super Bowl. Heck, I won't be surprised if he don't even make the playoffs. I don't believe in the Cincinnati Bengals. I just don't. I think it was a fluke season.
He hurt you.
Yes, you can even say they beat my precious Big Ben Roethlisberger two times.
He hurt
you. You can go on and say that, but I don't believe in this team at all. I don't. They won. They were living on a prayer the entire year. They didn't even win games. The other team lost
harder than
games.
everybody else.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Back to what
now,
Jay said. Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
And now,
Hold on, he done lagged out.
Oh. We got a man down.
Man down. Sniper.
Yeah, he got low bars. But no, back to, Jay, I agree with you. I think that Cincinnati Bengals, they didn't win throughout that whole playoff series. It was simple as the other team lost. The Oakland Raiders, they lost. Who was it? Who they? Yeah. No, no.
The biggest one was that Titans game. That was just that was wild.
They should have lost 2 games in a row.
I didn't think the Titans was that good anyway. I don't know how they got number 1 seed.
Yeah, I didn't want them to go to the Super Bowl either, but it was just how they lost that game.
Mm-hmm. So y'all got any more to put on that? We good? All right, bet.
Yeah.
All right. Well, speaking of NFL, we've been having we had a hot take last week, and I'll let Tobias repeat his hot take because it goes into what our next topic is going to be, which I have a problem with.
I actually had that written down. I said that Justin Herbert is going to be, first off, I think he's going to be best quarterback in NFL this year. I think he's the MVP favorite, and I do think he's better than Patrick Mahomes. I think he'll finish a better career than Patrick Mahomes. Yes.
Well, you said 2 different things. The best the best quarterback next year, I can't disagree with because I don't know. He might win MVP. I'm not saying he won't, but I don't agree with you saying, at least your hot take last week was he will have a better career than Patrick Mahomes. Or I guess just now you just said he is on the same level as Patrick Mahomes. I can't agree with that at all. I'm sorry.
I think I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take my crack at this first. Jay, I did my homework this week. Yes.
Hold on, why you calling me out now? Because I'm on your side. Not really, because like you said, it's 2 different things. We're gonna get into the career part. That's just a whole nother thing to unravel. Yeah. But go ahead.
But even we can start this. So the first 2 years of Justin Herbert's his first 2 starting years, he had more passing yards and he had more passing touchdowns. Yes, both. And then he did that with, you could say, either equal weapons, and they're not better than the weapons that Patrick Mahomes has. Can we all agree on that? The weapons that Justin Herbert had, they're not better than Patrick Mahomes' weapons. Patrick Mahomes had, around roughly over 9,000 yards passing, and Justin Herbert had 9,400 yards passing. And then Justin Herbert also, he also had 4 more touchdowns. I mean, just 4, but still similar, though. But then Patrick Mahomes had Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce. He had 2 Pro Bowl offensive linemen, Kareem Hunt and Andy Reid. Yes, in those first 2 years that he had those statistics. Justin Herbert's weapons: Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Austin Eckler, and Hunter Henry. And 3 of those people weren't big names before, and only one of those people was a Pro Bowler. Every player I listed for Patrick Mahomes was a Pro Bowler or a Hall of Fame head coach. So that's my take, and that's why I think Justin Herbert is going to finish with a better career than Patrick Mahomes. And I do think he's definitely on the same level, and I can argue that he's better. That's my take.
Okay, here we go. I'll let you get all that, utter all of that, whatever that was out.
That blasphemy.
That blasphemy. All right. So I don't want to get it confused. I don't think Justin Herbert is a bad quarterback. I actually think he's a really good quarterback. But I just don't agree that he is on Patrick Mahomes' level. And you named all those stats, but one thing you didn't say was Mahomes won an MVP. Mahomes won a Super Bowl. His very first season started. And I keep going back to the fact because it just don't make sense to me that Justin Herbert has never made the playoffs, but he's on Patrick Mahomes' level. Like you can more likely say that Joe Burrow is more on Patrick Mahomes' level than Justin Herbert is.
No, that's a clear
difference
between them 2 players. There's a clear difference between them 2 players. Those 3 players.
Are we talking talent-wise?
Talent.
Is this
talent? I'm talking about talent?
All right, but you still can't say career because he hasn't been to an AFC Championship or a Super Bowl. So that's why I think we should separate the 2.
Yeah, that's what I'll be trying to say that's what I tried to say at first. Now, talent-wise, I still think Mahomes is a little better, but I think it's closer, and you have an argument there. But career-wise, I think it's far off.
No. I'll say no accolades. I'm not taking away from Patrick Mahomes MVP. He broke I think he has the season record for passing touchdown. Either he broke it or he tied it with Peyton Manning. I remember that. He has that
50.
I think Manning
had 55. It was 50.
I think Manning had 51, if I'm not mistaken.
It was something like that.
It's something like that. But yeah, Patrick Mahomes, his QBR was better. I mean, Patrick Mahomes had a Hall of Fame season. He did. But
if Patrick Mahomes retired right now, he could go into the Hall of Fame. He could go into the Hall of Fame. If Justin Herbert retired right now, he is not sniffing type of Hall of Fame.
You're right about that. You are.
Let's not act like Mahomes has been in the league for 15 seasons. He's still got 15 more seasons to go.
That's true.
And so
he's only been in for 5 and it's only started for 4.
Exactly. And Herbert's been in the league. If we're doing
this is second season,
he's going into his third.
Yeah.
So if we're doing starting seasons, he's only played half. And Mahomes got three Super Bowl appearances now? Or no, 2. He lost one. And won 1 and got an MVP. And again, Herbert has never made the playoffs.
But like Toby said, it's about situation too.
Okay, but if you are on Patrick Mahomes' level, it don't matter.
He can't help he got drafted to the Chargers.
But if you are on Patrick,
exactly.
But if you are
turn around that team,
it's hard to argue. It's hard to argue.
Team.
Go ahead.
They were definitely always in the playoffs with Alex Smith.
Who? Oh, the Chiefs.
Yeah.
Okay, but Patrick Mahomes took him to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but they were already on another level.
So who's to say Justin Herbert wouldn't have done the same thing?
Exactly.
I mean, who's to say he would have done the same thing?
He would have.
I think there's a better chance that he could have than not.
I just feel like if you are saying that somebody is Patrick Mahomes, you have to have made the playoffs. Like if Mahomes was on the Chargers, he would have at least made the playoffs by now. And let me make this clear. No. I don't even like Mahomes like that. Like when I be on y'all side during the season, but I just can't go with the Justin Herbert thing. I guess I just don't like Herbert more than I don't like Mahomes.
I guess like that's Herbert.
Justin Herbert and Lamar came out no, they didn't. They came out the same quarterback class together, right?
No, Herbert was a year after.
Yeah.
Well,
and Lamar has the MVP also and made the playoffs every year. Well, except last year, but that's because the team was hurt. Yeah, he was hurt.
I'll go ahead
Go ahead.
I'll go ahead and give this little 2 cents right here. Not Patrick Mahomes. Justin Herbert is going to make the playoffs this year. I have really high expectations. Matter of fact, from now on, I'm not referring to Justin Herbert as Justin Herbert. His name is Jay Herbert, and I won't take anything less. His name is Jay Herbert.
Did you come up with that?
Yes, I came up
Please,
with that. I've been calling him that. I said that. You can check all my tweet receipts. I've been calling him Jay Herbert. Yeah, anyway, my man Jay Herbert is the favorite for the NFL MVP. He will be in the playoffs this year, and he's going to finish with, I'm telling y'all, he's going to finish with a better career.
The crazy thing is, you saying that he will be in the playoffs, it's like, that should be a given if he's on Mahomes' level. Like, it's almost like
he ain't got no help. Or coaching-wise, he ain't got no help. He definitely got no help.
What's the name? Anthony Lynn was a great coach.
His coach is the reason why he sat at home this offseason. His coach he was the reason why he sat home.
Why he sat home?
Yeah.
He was really supposed to be in the playoffs. It came up to like the last 30 seconds of the game.
All they had to do was tie. That's all he had to do is take a knee. That's all he had to do.
All he had to do was score more points. That's all I'm saying. Just like Mahomes and the Bills, Mahomes.
He can only do so much. They have a defense too.
Now they have a defense.
Oh, that's my argument with Cincinnati.
The Chiefs defense was not good either when Mahomes won the Super Bowl. If we going like that, let's remember they were not good either. Mahomes carried them to that Super Bowl. Well, Mahomes, Tyreek, and Travis carried them to that Super Bowl. The Chiefs defense was not good.
And it was decent enough. It stepped up at the right time.
It was about the same level as the Chargers defense past couple of years.
Other thing with the Chiefs, though, is the Chiefs, that was a collectively good group. That wasn't Patrick Mahomes carrying nobody. That was Andy Reid put into that, Tyreek Hill put into that, Travis Kelce put in that. Right there, those are 4 Hall of Famers I just named. 4. Those are 4. They're going to be for Hall of Famers.
He went for 50 passing touchdowns and 12 interceptions. He had a QBR of 80.3.
Mahomes made Tyreek Hill a Hall of Famer. Let's make that clear. Because he wasn't going to no Hall of Fame before Mahomes got there.
I think that'll be clear this season. Or like during this season.
Well, you can't take two. You got to give him another at least decent quarterback. Just to test that theory out.
Yeah, I was about to say because Tua could be the reason.
That's rough, bro. Y'all saw that video. That's rough.
That man hit a walk. He went from sprinting to walking.
That ball was that ball like
that man a lawn chair.
Duck.
Golly.
That was like a duck with a broken wing in the air with that football.
That was rough.
Yeah, it was bad. Nordy, what you think? Yeah, you didn't really give your part on it.
Yeah, Nordy, you can give your take on this.
I don't know. I'm kind of like back and forth with it. I'm one of those people that I realize there's different schemes and systems in the NFL, and I think as an overall quarterback, I'd rather have Pat Mahomes 9 out of 10 times. But I don't know what I don't know what Pat Mahomes is gonna have on his team this year. I don't know what Herbert's gonna have. I feel like Herbert's probably gonna have a better overall team. And so I don't really have an opinion on like who would be better.
All I heard is Justin Herbert's a better quarterback than Patrick Mahomes. That's all I heard.
Of course, that's all you hear because you don't listen. No, but I think this year will definitely show what one of these. So one of us are going to be. I wouldn't say right or wrong, but it'll lean in one direction.
Who is Mahomes' receivers now?
I think.
And who are Herbert's receivers?
I think Mecole Hardman is still there. Juju, and I mean, he still got Travis. He's not a receiver, but he still got him.
Yeah.
And Justin Herbert still got Keenan Allen and Mike Williams.
Right.
And Eckler. Can't forget about Eckler.
Well, he said receivers.
This year I think they have a better trio. Well, I guess that if you count the quarterback, that would be what, quadruplet.
You mean? Yeah, I agree too. Like I said though, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Herbert he should make the playoffs, but I wouldn't be surprised if he won MVP. But to say he's on Mahomes' level right now is that's a hot take to me. But go ahead.
Last thing. If he does win the MVP this year, would you put him on that level?
No.
Ooh.
Unless he wins it. Maybe if he wins MVP and goes and wins the Super Bowl too.
if he does do that, I'm already. You already
Because
know.
Mahomes has two Super Bowl appearances in 3 years starting, and he should have beat the Bengals to go last year if we're being honest. All right, well let's go ahead and move on. We're gonna go to the NBA. So this topic stemmed from a tweet that I had this past week. It was somebody posted a picture and they were comparing older players to newer players, and on that picture was a comparison of Kevin Garnett and Anthony Davis. And I thought it was actually a really good comparison, but of course you go to the comments and everybody's like, "Oh man, AD is nowhere near KG," and all of this, just slandering AD's name, slandering his name, and I didn't like it one bit. So I had to quote it, and I said, "Let's be honest, let's be honest, AD is better than KG, or at least on the same level as KG." And here's why.
Jay's funny, bro. Jay is funny.
All right, so I'm gonna start my argument off with eye test because I don't want to take up all the time because I want Jay to talk too. So we're gonna start off with just the eye test. Offensively, who's better? By far, AD's better offensively than KG. Defensively, KG, I'll give it to KG, but AD is a great defensive player also, a very good defensive player. I give it to KG because KG he got that grit that AD doesn't have, and he also has Defensive Player of the Year that AD does not have, which he should have. He should have one from New Orleans, but that's a different topic. And then we can start going into like free throws and things of that nature. AD's much better free throw. Well, not much better, but he's a better free throw shooter. This is all kind of offense stuff. And then eye test, it's just I just think AD skill wise is at a greater level all around than KG's is.
Absolutely.
That's just eye test. Now I'm gonna let before I continue, I'm gonna let Jay respond to that.
All right. Nice argument, but all I'm gonna say is eye test, they play two completely different styles, but I'm not even gonna dive into that. These are my only points, and I'm sticking to them. Don't care what y'all say. KG wasn't fragile. The best ability is availability. And y'all know that. Guess what?
Go ahead.
The best ability is availability. That goes in with that. So, and guess what else? KG got an MVP. Guess what else? AD will never be the best player on a championship team. Sorry.
What's KG?
AD, yes. Come on, bro.
What? Oh no, Paul Pierce.
But Paul Pierce was there before him and they ain't do nothing. So hold on now. Without KG, they did not win. Without KG, they did not win. Without KG, they did not
was in
win.
LA. LeBron was in LA before AD got there, and LeBron wasn't winning nothing in LA until AD got there.
But KG
he got hurt. He got hurt that his first season. But
LeBron wasn't winning no title.
You're not. Come on.
Go ahead.
Come on, man. AD won't reach 9 all defensive first teams. He only got 2 right now. AD won't ever be defensive player of the year, and AD won't lead the league in rebounds as a big man.
All right, I'm glad you brought all that stuff up because I got my list of stats here also. I wanted to go eye test first, and now I'm gonna go stats.
I gave you eye test. That's 2 different players, but like I just gave you a couple stats. But like I said, he won't be the best player on the championship team. He ain't gonna get an MVP, and he's fragile.
And you gave the 3 stats that I was going to give you for KG, but I want to give you the rest of them. Go ahead, Tobias. Go ahead, say what you want to say.
I don't want to take away from you because I got my stats on AD as well. But you brought up the fact that they play in 2 different eras. I think that works in AD.
I said they're 2 different styles of play.
Oh, okay, I said everybody said that works in AD's his favorite. AD's playing with LeBron. He's playing with I can't even name the players. He's playing with LeBron. He's playing with Dame. He's playing with Booker, Beal, Jason Tatum, Luka. He's playing in this.
Why you
whole
say them
era.
first?
I don't know who.
Why you
name me
say
some
like
more.
Steph and KD
He's
and
playing
Giannis?
He's playing with Steph, KD, Giannis. He's playing with Dwayne Wade. He's playing with others. He's playing
Kobe. Well, both
Kobe.
He's
He's playing with Kobe.
That's more KG.
KG. That works in AD's favor. The fact that AD's putting up the stats.
But I didn't say anything about errors.
But
Yeah,
even if you didn't, I'm saying it now.
That's his point. He said that's his point.
Exactly. Even you now say that's my point right now. And the fact that he played in that area and with the stats that Reek's about to read out right here just proves it. And I if the same stats that I'm looking at, you can even make the argument that, and I said it in the chat, that even if at minimum AD's on the same level than KG, and if he's not, I think he's better.
Okay, here go the stats. Now I'm not gonna go totals because KG has played 11 more seasons than AD, so that wouldn't be fair. All right. Garnett has this is a total stat, but Garnett has 15, AD has 8 All-Stars. That's close because he got 11 more seasons than AD. So AD can definitely get some more All-Stars, and he definitely will.
What website you looking at?
I'm looking at TariqGrant.com list of stats.
Nah, because I think we looking at the same website, but it's all right. Go ahead.
Well, we are.
I'm about to say, Jay, look in the group chat.
All right, I told you I was gonna give you the MVP. Can't take that away. They both got the same amount of All NBA first teams. KG got more second teams. No, I'm sorry. He got more All NBA teams altogether. All defensive teams. You said that. I give you that one. Defensive Player of the Year, rebounds. That's all KG. But you said KG will never, or AD will never win the rebound. He will never be the rebound leader. But AD has been a 3-time blocks leader, which KG never has. That's also.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yes, sir.
That. That's why I know what website you on.
The averages. We're going to go averages. Points per game. AD's at 23. KG's at 17. Like, rebounds per game, he's been a leader in rebounds, but AD averages more rebounds per game. 10.2 versus 10 even. Assists per game. KG got him with assists. I give you that. Steals, AD got more assists. It's very even, but it's right there. Blocks per game, obviously, is AD, because why not? And then if we go into the playoffs, AD is clear of everything. Now, I give you, KG's been to the playoffs more than AD has. But when AD goes to the playoffs, he averages 27 points, 10 rebounds, and basically two blocks.
Then why can't he be the reason the team wins?
Why can't he? Who said he couldn't?
I'm saying it.
Well, have you seen his?
Look at.
Go ahead.
The one time AD was in New Orleans that he actually had a solid team. He swept Portland Blazers and he played the KD Warriors and got a game on them. And that was when Boogie was hurt the whole playoffs. That's when he had one good team in New Orleans. All them other years, them teams have been trash. As soon as he got to another good team with LeBron, what'd he do? Win a championship his first year. Now, I give you the last 2 years he's been hurt, so you can't. That's a knock on him, but you can't blame him for not winning championships because he's been hurt. KG was basically in the same thing with the Timberwolves. He was putting up numbers, but his team was horrible. And then he got to the Celtics, won a championship.
He got to the playoffs twice.
AD got to the playoffs twice with New Orleans. They got swept one year from the Warriors. He lost both series to the Warriors.
Maybe 3 times.
I don't know about the I don't know. I'm sure it probably was 3.
But like I said, without KG, the Celtics don't win that ship. Without AD, I still think LeBron could have pulled it off in the bubble.
No. Don't come on. You know basketball. Come on.
That's Bron.
No.
That's Bron.
No, bro.
KG ain't have no Bron.
Well, he had Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rondo.
Do not.
If anything,
do not.
They both had Rondo.
Do not. Please.
No, come on, you disrespecting Rondo now. You talk about disrespect.
They both had.
I ain't saying about. I'm telling him not to put Paul Pierce and LeBron in the same sentence.
Okay, but
Paul Pierce is.
What about Paul Pierce and Ray Allen compared to LeBron? What about Paul Pierce and Ray Allen compared to just LeBron? See, that means AD was technically the number one option when he won his championship, scoring wise. Paul Pierce is number one option for the Celtics. All I'm saying is it's a debate, bro. It's not.
It ain't all about scoring. It ain't all about the points. It's about the impact. That's what I'm telling you.
All right, I got a question for you though. So 1-on-1, who's winning, KG or AD? Who you taking? Think about that. Who you taking? Because you said KG got lockdown defense, okay, but KG got to play offense against another great defender as well.
I think AD just because of the offense.
AD,
and that's not even being biased.
Maybe we'll have to see that.
So you admit? So just go ahead and admit AD
We'll
is
have to see
better than
that.
Kevin Durant, Kevin Garnett. Let's go ahead and say it.
I'm just saying, you just got to think about it a little more. It sounds crazy because we all know KG's career. Obviously, he's the first ballot Hall of Famer. He's a top. Is he top 20 all time?
Yeah,
Maybe.
I want to say 20.
Yeah, I was about to say that's a little.
He's definitely top 50.
Yeah, no,
Top
I'll say
50.
definitely top 50.
Well, and then another thing, I want to just throw this out there because we got to move on too. You talking about AD got all these injuries and he still has made the NBA 75 team. That just show you how good he is with his injuries. So just imagine if he never got real injuries. He'd be already better than KG if we being honest.
Yep.
I think career-wise,
is
KG
the best ability.
I can't take that away. You got that. You got me on that. I can't say nothing about that. What you say, Nordy?
I was just gonna say, I think career-wise, I think KG will end up having like a better one than Anthony because I don't know how much more Anthony's body can take at this.
And they say he don't like working out and stuff.
Probably scared to. Bring him home.
Shoot. Nah, but I will say too, because I'm a big AD fan. His two injuries this year were freak injuries. Like it wasn't him. He like landed on the foot.
And that's where it usually like comes from though. That's like where those like constant reoccurring injuries come from. It's something just so little.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then correct me if I'm wrong too. We all know as athletes is when you injure something, you come back. I mean, there's always that thing sitting in the back of your head. You're not going 100%. Especially if it's like a knee or ankle injury, you're not going 100% because you're afraid you're gonna hurt it again.
Well,
So
I mean, it
always
can be
that.
hamstrings. Like it can be anything ligament or muscle wise. I mean, and it's something you may not even notice. It may be a subconscious thing in the back of your mind that you're not even paying attention to, but everybody else can kind of like see it.
Yeah. But all right, that's what I got. Y'all got any final takes on that?
Sorry,
No.
I'm sorry, Twitter world and YouTube world, but AD's better than KG.
Listen, I'm just saying, it's a debate. It's more closer than most people might think. All right, we gonna move on.
I love you, Maitland. I love you.
He hating it right now. All right, we're gonna go to our quick hitters. I'm gonna let Nordy take the reins on this one this week. We're gonna see what he got. So Nordy,
When North say his turn.
So Nordy, you go ahead. See. I'm gonna see what you. I want to be on this side of the spectrum for once.
All right, so I have two ways of doing this. I can either give a take and then y'all agree to it or not, or I can ask a question and y'all can like have your opinion, like form the opinion of it with the quick hitter.
So if you're giving a take, it will be your opinion.
Not necessarily, but yes, it'll be a opinion. It'll be a opinion.
I like that way.
Yeah.
So just give a take.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Justin Herbert will have a better year than Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Oh my God.
I didn't care who it was. Yes. I didn't care who you about to say. I was gonna say
I'm about to
yes.
say he didn't even let him finish anyway.
I didn't care who you about to say. I was gonna say yes.
I wasn't gonna open up with that one, but then I was like, nah, we're gonna open up with that one.
I specifically asked you not to do that today.
I agree with that one, but I want Lamar to make the playoffs.
Listen. Lamar was 8-3 with 20 people on IR before he got hurt last year.
No, he was going off now, definitely.
Thank you. Listen, Herbert nice, but don't act like Lamar is not that guy, okay? And I'm gonna stick with Lamar, and that's a straight bias right now. I don't care. Lamar's gonna have a better season. Lamar is that guy, man. He don't got no receivers, but he's still that guy.
Lamar is that guy for sure, especially when it comes down to not having receivers.
Right.
Let's see. All right. The Buffalo Bills will have the best defense in the NFL next season.
No.
Who is it?
I don't know if I don't know.
It's only one answer, and I don't care y'all call this bias or not. There's only one
It ain't
answer.
Pitt.
It ain't. Come on now.
It ain't been them.
Go away.
One answer.
I can see it, Noah, but
To be honest, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's
I can see it.
I don't think so. It's a lot of. I feel like Buffalo is above average, but I think it's a lot of other above average. So they could, but they couldn't.
I just think
I
the
guess-
AFC is ridiculous this year.
Absolutely.
Stacked.
It is. That's why, and the offenses are crazy too. So that's why it's hard to say. You would think it might be an NFC team just because the AFC offenses are so good.
Somebody gonna get left out in the playoffs in the AFC. Somebody is. I don't know who.
Somebody good, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Pittsburgh definitely will be left out.
I don't know about that. I still got a little bit of faith about that one.
Nah, Pittsburgh gonna mess around and get number 1 seed out of nowhere.
Bro, yeah. Listen, I'm sorry, y'all are not gonna like me if we get number 1 seed. I'm gonna come on this thing talking so much smack every day. We make you 1 seed. I'm sorry.
Trust me, I know how it's gonna go.
And then come back miserable. Nah, I mean, I come on the week after we lose in the playoffs.
you already giving yourself a loss.
You're gonna be like, I told y'all this was gonna happen. No, you didn't. I got like
at least
7
you
other
know.
episodes.
Now let me tell y'all about this dude, man. When they went 11-0, he was talking
Reckless.
so much, but they was beating so many trash teams and like barely winning. But he was like 11-0.
That's the
like,
Steelers for you.
Who was your Twitter handle?
Oh yeah, no, I was like 11-0. I put like 11-0 Steeler Nation, and then we lost to the darn Redskins.
Oh yeah,
We
I
lost.
remember.
Who was it? Was I think
Commanders.
it was Heineke? The
Commanders.
No, they didn't have a name. It was the
Oh, the
Washington
football
football team. Yes,
I remember it was a Monday night football too. Monday night football game.
bro. When I tell you, I had so many people blowing up my phone. It was almost as bad as the Michigan Georgia game. It was almost that bad. So many people blowing up my phone
Because
And
you
your
do it
Twitter
to
handle,
yourself.
He does do it to himself.
You start getting delusional.
Hey,
He starts talking real reckless.
And that season was something else. Oh my goodness.
All right.
You ready for this next one?
Yeah, we ready.
All right. Let me pull it back up. Miami Heat will end up winning this series against Boston. Even being down right now. Or no, they're up. My bad.
They're up.
My bad.
Well, last night kind of like threw a wrench in everything.
It did.
I know.
Tatum got hurt. Marcus Smart got hurt. Jimmy Butler got hurt.
But
He didn't
a
come
couple
back,
of them
did he?
came back to the game. Jimmy Butler didn't come back, but Tatum and Smart came back.
But I think actually, I just got 2 minutes ago a notification saying Jimmy Butler is going to play next game.
I don't know how much more he can handle.
Me neither.
Yeah, and nobody else has been stepping up scoring consistently on Miami. And I feel like
that man Bam came out of nowhere.
That's what it's going to come down to.
And I feel like Tatum won't ever play that bad again. And oh, by the way, Jaylen Brown had 40. That went under the bus. He had 40.
40
Tatum,
in the L.
Yeah, no, he had like 9 turnovers, but
So he definitely above James Harden.
oh, for sure. Yes, right now,
You
yes.
said how much did Jaylen Brown have?
But take them glasses.
He'd be reckless.
Come on,
much
please.
How
It was a
much
good
did he have?
40.
It's good 40, right? Okay, I just want to check. Jay, how much did he have?
A L.
He had 40 points. Okay, I was just want to check.
That's crazy. He had 40, but he's still the 12th person offensively in the postseason as far as average in points.
Well, I will say,
Because he ain't consistent.
Wishy-washy.
his postseason could have been. It could be better, but it's been better than James Harden's. Which was the argument that we had.
I told you I was wrong on that one now.
Yeah, I know. But I'm gonna keep bringing it up. No, okay, but who do y'all got winning this series, or who do y'all got now in the final? I guess winning the series. Now that I think all of y'all picked the Bucks.
Celtics.
I was a Heat fan my whole life growing up until Wade departed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Heat, even if it is Boston. I'm cool with Boston. I like Boston. I don't really have a favorite on the East. It's just kind of I like both.
Yeah, I'm right there with Norm, but I think I'm gonna go with the Heat just because the Celtics beat the Bucks, and that was my take. And yeah,
I go with Boston.
You a hater? That's it. Go
it
ahead.
is what it is.
I'll go with Boston just because Tatum went to Duke. That's it.
What?
I mean,
What
I
is
think
the
it's
correlation?
it's a very evenly matched. Yeah.
Aren't you a
lineup,
Michigan
so
fan?
I am, but I'm also a Duke fan, and I'm also
I know why you a Duke fan.
yeah, we are know you know.
How many
Fan.
I'm
Duke
a Duke
games?
basketball fan, and it wouldn't. I was born into it, so there's a difference.
Hey,
I wasn't given a choice with that.
How
one.
many?
yeah.
How many Duke games you watched, Tobias?
I watched a good
Last
bit
year.
of them. I watched probably about
No, you didn't.
10 of the games.
No, you didn't.
No, I
bro.
didn't say I watched the full games. Now I ain't watched the full games, but I watched.
What you turned you turned it on for a play and then turned it off?
No, maybe like one or two of the games. But I did. I watched all the playoff games though, and I had to. That was literally homework. I had to.
But for me, I my pick from the beginning was Boston and Golden State, so I gotta stick with it to the end. And I'm getting there so far. But yeah, is that it, Nordy, or you got more?
No, we're good with that right there. I'll
Okay.
keep it short and brief.
That was nice. All right, well, y'all know what time it is. It's hot take time, and it's my week this week.
Hot take.
And we're gonna take it back to the NFL. This has been an NFL/NBA day, so we're gonna take it back to the NFL. And this one kind of pains me a little bit, and I want to kind of see where Tobias is on this one because it's about his team. But I think, and I did my research, so this hot take wouldn't be so crazy off the wall. I think Antonio Brown might just be the second greatest receiver of all time.
Say that again.
For the Steelers,
Ooh,
Say that
wow.
or ever.
NFL history. NFL. I think Antonio Brown might be the second greatest receiver of all time.
Who's
would
the
be-
first? Wait, who's the first?
Yeah.
Jerry Rice.
And who's third?
Okay.
Third would have to be probably Randy.
Tell me why he's better than Randy Moss or Megatron.
I should have. I know I ain't got my stats up for this one. I need to look up. Well, I went, the only thing. Okay, let me say this. If AB was to play, if he hasn't done what he was doing, he was on that pace to be second greatest receiver of all time. Now I can't. It's hard to compare just because of he didn't play as long as the others. But if we start looking at like best seasons and then averages, then it looks like AB is better than him.
Moss.
So
Go
where
ahead.
would this rank? Where would this rank Julio?
Julio not even in the conversation.
Julio's not in the conversation.
No.
Okay, so when AB was on the Steelers, were they not? Was it not a 1-2 race the whole time?
That's because you gotta give a story for the media. But clearly, AB was a better.
I mean, Julio was good too, but also they wasn't winning, so it hurts them. It hurts him because they wasn't winning like the Steelers were when AB was there.
How many Super Bowls Randy Moss have?
0.
But he's still up there.
That's because Randy Moss was Randy Moss.
I'll give
You
Randy
said-
Moss.
Are you saying Julio's better than Randy Moss?
No, but what is putting AB up there? What is making him ranked over at
I'll-
Randy Moss?
I'll let Tobias.
And you
talk. Let me
can't
go-
put
first.
winning into that.
Let me
All
get
right.
my stats. I'll let
First
Tobias
off, AB has one of the highest, I think, the most receptions in NFL history. He has two of his seasons are two of the, I think, in the top 10 or top 12 most receiving yards in single season. He has 2 seasons like that. Two.
I think it's 10.
Top 10. He has 2 in the top 10. Yes. AB's built. And think about it like this. Out of those 4 receivers,
How many does Julio have?
I don't even think Julio has one. I'm be quite honest. He may have one.
He probably got
Maybe.
one
He may have
that
won.
Super Bowl season.
Yeah, that may be on.
I know that's definitely one.
But
That's
then,
probably it though.
But then AB had like. I
Okay,
think
that's
it was-
one less.
Antonio Brown had how many? I think he had maybe like 8-10 seasons consecutive 1,000 yards plus. AB was producing. Like AB was producing. It wasn't
So
no
was
AB
the-
was just good. And
So, what are y'all talking about?
Oh man.
I'm still getting my numbers ready.
Let's see. All right. Well,
Okay, so receiving yards per game, and okay, no, I'm looking at best season stats. Let me go to overall stats. Let me see.
AB had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 straight receivings, 6 straight seasons of 1,200 plus receiving yards. Yes, 1,200 plus.
Receiving yards per game. AB's at 84 over his career. Randy Moss is only at 70. Receptions per game. AB's at 6.5. Randy Moss at 4.5.
Also,
go ahead.
Just even forget about stats for a second. Who would you guard? Would you rather guard Randy Moss? Think about as a DB. Think about the mindset of a DB. What do you not like? And I can tell you from a DB perspective, I hated guarding fast receivers. Those quick, shifty receivers, I hated it. I would rather cover Joe Corliss than cover Jawan. Remember them two? I'd rather cover those two.
Absolutely.
I think that the more.
I mean, I can see that, but
I think that depends on what type of DB.
Juwan's feet were nasty.
Like, exactly. AB's feet are you can't tell me out of that whole list. AB had better feet than I think he may have the best feet and the best route running of any receiver you've ever seen. Yes, and I'll go to war with that right there.
he got better feet than Ocho Cinco.
Ocho's even said, I think Ocho's even said that. I'm pretty sure Ocho. You can quote him on that. He said that. I think Ocho was.
I don't hear Ocho saying anybody's better than him.
Ocho trained. I think Ocho trained AB. He helped train him. Yes.
So AB's played I believe 12 seasons, and Randy Moss has played 15, and they both got 6 Pro Bowls. AB has
Julio got 7.
AB has 2 Super Bowls. Randy has none. First team All Pro Randy Moss has 1 more than AB. AB has been the receptions leader twice. Randy Moss has never. Now, touchdown receptions, Randy Moss is 5. AB's only 1. Second team All Pro, AB's got 1 more, so all their all pros even up all together. I don't have Julio stats up, but I don't think Julio, and this is I don't know off of stats, but based off of eye test, I think AB's better than Julio, and Randy Moss is better than Julio.
And if we're talking about right now, I think they both got in the league around the same time. Would you take Julio on your team right now or Antonio Brown? Forget Antonio Brown's mental state. Forget the CTE. Forget all that.
I don't know who's going to give me more games. One's going to be hurt, and one might not show up.
That's why I said forget the mental states. All right,
well,
you can't.
Well, if AB is happy, he's going to give you more games. Well, not even though. AB could be happy and still go crazy.
But I mean, you see, Mike Tomlin covered that up for how many? What? That's 10 seasons right there. He covered that up. 10. He covered AB shenanigans up for almost 10 seasons. So I mean, as long as AB's happy, it's good.
Now,
Tomlin's one of my favorite head coaches of all time.
He gets mad disrespect. Yes.
Jay, do you think Julio is better than AB all time?
I think it's close. I don't even know why y'all had him up there as second greatest all time.
Actually, it's a hot take, so it's supposed to do that. I mean, realistically, because of AB's last 3 seasons, that's what's going to put a dent in his legacy. Because now it's like we never know. We're never going to know. He literally stopped at his peak. He had his second most receiving yards, third most receiving yards the year before.
Julio's best season compared to AB's best season. Julio's is better.
I don't think so.
I'm looking at it.
I was about to say, Jay's probably looking at it right now. I'm
okay.
not.
What's the season?
What's the season?
Yeah, I mean, what's
Julio Jones was 2018 and Antonio Brown 2015.
What's the stats looking like?
10 touchdowns.
All right. Receptions, they both had a 136. Wait, hold on. This thing isn't. Hold on.
Yeah,
all right.
Go ahead.
This thing isn't how I thought. It's their best. It's their best stats from their best. All right. So their receptions is a different year than their receiving yards. You know what I mean? It's the best they had.
Oh, ever?
For whatever season.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I see.
So it's like not comparable. Like it's not the best season versus their best season.
Yeah, but Tobias, you brought up the point that the last 3 years is going to put a dent in AB, which I agree. But even though he took some time off and all that, he got another Super Bowl with the Bucks. And that
They don't count.
And those what do you mean it don't count? He was the reason they got there, really. To be honest, he was like OBJ for the Rams last year.
Hear me out with this though. All right, let's say Lil Billy is going to war with us. All right. And let's say we already beat the Russians or whoever. We already conquered the court. Well, we're about to conquer. We didn't already do it. With the forts falling down. Lil Billy comes in with his little musketeer jogging and stuff. Would you say Lil Billy helped you? Would you say he helped you win the game? Or helped you win that war?
Did Lil Bill do damage in that war?
Yeah, he did. All right, let's say he shot one person.
Then yes, he helped you. It's not like AB.
No.
It's not like AB went on the field and didn't run anywhere, didn't catch anything. That man caught touch. Like he was, I think, out of those last, because that season where they won, he was only there for like 8 games plus the playoffs. And at the time he was there, he led his team in everything.
All right. Here's why I say that I'm not counting that Super Bowl, because that was what year? That was last year, 2021, correct?
Yeah.
No, 2022, 2020. Excuse me.
It was.
He had in the regular season, he played 8 games. He started 4 games. He had 62 targets, 45 receptions, 450 yards receiving.
That's just the 8 games, right? What about the playoffs?
I didn't say playoffs. So.
All right, then, bro. You got to count his playoffs, too. Because the playoffs is where he really did his damage for real. Because the first 8 games, the first 4 of them, you got to get used to his new team. He playing with Tom Brady. He got Mike Evans on the team and all of them, Gronk and all of them. He caught a touchdown in the Super Bowl. You just don't like to say that because you don't like that his only Super Bowl is not with the Steelers.
That bias comes in.
He actually played in Super Bowl with us, but we lost.
No, he won one, right, with the Steelers.
No, he been in the Green Bay. That's the only one. He got drafted the year after we won, I believe.
Oh,
no.
I thought he was.
Yeah, it's the year after we won.
Okay, so he only has one Super Bowl. Okay, I thought he was on the when y'all last won. I thought he was a rookie that year.
No, he was a rookie the year after because we won in 2009, maybe. I think 9.
And then also, wasn't AB a Pro Bowler for kick returning?
Yeah.
So he all around, baby. Listen. I'm a Ravens fan, so I told you it pains me, but I look at the stats and I did some research, and I know because I'm a Ravens fan, I watch AB a lot. It's just, I'm just saying, it's something to look at.
Julio's a dog, though. I would say that Julio's a dog. Like, ain't no disrespect to Julio. I just don't think he's better than AB.
I think Julio's. I think Julio's
close.
I think Julio's downfall is his team.
That's okay.
But
if that's what holds him back from being up with the greats, then that's fine. I'll take that.
Yeah,
because that means how good he really was. So with that logic, are you saying Megatron is not up there with AB because of his team?
Yeah, no, I think so.
Megatron also retired very early too.
Yeah.
All right, we gonna next.
Like Megatron is a top. I want to say 5.
I almost brought him up into that little segment of mine earlier.
I want to say he's top 5, but that ending retiring early. I mean, I guess he would still be top 5. He could still be top 5.
Barry Sanders did the same thing, and he's still considered a great. So,
because they were just so dominant when they was playing, like dominant. It's almost like Shaq.
Exactly.
It's like if Shaq retired early. But yeah, that's my little hot take, man.
Well, boys, we're coming to the end of the fantastic episode. So every episode, as you know, we like to give y'all a little word of the day, a little scripture verse. So this one we got is a good one. I'm pretty sure some of you saw it on my Twitter or my feed, my Instagram. I tweeted it. But it's from James chapter 1, verse 19. It says, "My dear brothers and sisters, take note of this. Everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry." There you go. That's your word of the week. that helped get me through the week. Hopefully, it helps get you through this next week. But yeah, until then, stay safe, stay blessed. Man, stay cool, bro. It's getting hot. Like I just got back from DC this week, and is it hot in Statesboro right now?
It was 96 the other day. You know how mad I was?
Oh, it was so hot, dog.
You don't want to go outside.
I'm out there
It
in
was
work
so
pants. I was mad.
Yeah. But yeah, y'all.
It's 88 right now.
I feel like it's 90 something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sweating right now.
Well, you in the garage.
Yeah.
It's just raining here.
Yeah, but all right, man. Well then, everybody out there, take care. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe button if you're on Apple Podcasts. Make sure you follow us. See us on Instagram. Our Instagram handles on the screen right now. Look at us on Twitter. Join the conversation. So then we'll see y'all next week. Stay safe.
Peace.